Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a journey into the world of rare American coins, where history meets hidden treasure. Today, we uncover the secrets of top 4 USA 1-dime coins, 1965, 1983D, 1995P, 1996P, dime of the most underestimated coins in U.S. history, the 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like just another old coin, but beneath its simple silver-like surface lies a story that has stunned collectors and numismatists alike. The year was 1965. America was transitioning into a new era, politically, socially, and even monetarily. Following the Coinage Act of 1965, the U.S. Mint made a drastic change that would forever alter coin collecting. Silver was officially removed from dimes and quarters due to rising silver prices and economic pressure. This was the beginning of the clad era, where coins were no longer made with 90% silver, but rather with layers of copper and nickel. Now, here's where the mystery begins. While dimes in 1964 and earlier were silver, dimes dated 1965 were supposed to be entirely clad, non-silver. But several errors occurred during the chaotic minting transition, and that's what brings our attention to a very specific and rare 1965 dime with no mint mark. You see, mint marks usually indicate where the coin was produced. Coins from Denver had a D, San Francisco coins had an S, and Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark at the time. Most 1965 dimes were minted in Philadelphia, which explains the missing mint mark. But what makes this specific coin so valuable isn't just the absence of the mark, it's the metal composition. A very limited number of 1,965 dimes were accidentally struck on the older 90% silver planchets meant for 1964 coins. These silver dimes were not supposed to exist in 1965, making them incredibly rare and extremely desirable to collectors. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that the U.S. Mint never intended to create. Many coin enthusiasts spend years searching through pocket change, bankrolls, and estate sales for just one of these error coins. Because if you come across one of these silver 1965 dimes, you could be holding a fortune. These coins have been sold for up to $9,000 at auctions. Yes, you heard that right. A dime worth 10 cents being sold for thousands of dollars. But it doesn't stop there. The rarity increases if the coin is in uncirculated or proof-like condition. High-grade examples, especially those authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch even more in the market. That small piece of metal could rival the price of a used car, or even a college tuition payment. So how can you tell if your 1965 dime is one of the rare silver ones? The easiest test is the weight. A clad dime weighs 2.27 grams, while a silver dime weighs about 2.50 grams. Another clue is the edge. Clad coins show a copper-colored layer along the side, while silver coins have a solid silver edge. But to be sure, collectors often turn to professional testing or certification. The 1965 no mint mark silver dime isn't just a rare collectible, it's a piece of American economic history. It's a physical reminder of the shift from silver to clad coinage, and of the mistakes that even the mighty U.S. Mint can make during periods of transition. For those who are lucky enough to discover one, it could be a life-changing moment. These dimes are often found in old coin jars, inherited collections, or even forgotten rolls kept in drawers. It proves that true value sometimes hides in plain sight. This isn't just a story about money. It's about patience, curiosity, and the thrill of the hunt. Every time you hold a 1965 dime in your hand, you might be holding a hidden treasure. So never underestimate the coins in your pocket. They might be worth more than you think. And if you do find one of these rare silver 1965 dimes, make sure to get it authenticated. Sealing and grading the coin can dramatically increase its market value, offering you the maximum return on your accidental discovery. Coin collecting isn't just for historians or hobbyists anymore. With coins like the 1965 silver dime out there, anyone can strike it rich. All it takes is a little knowledge, a lot of observation, and a touch of luck. Keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep believing that your next coin find could be the big one. Because when it comes to rare coins, fortune truly does favor the bold and the curious. Next up, a small, seemingly ordinary piece of American currency that could hold the key to future wealth. This is the story of the 1983 D. Roosevelt Dime. A coin from the heart of the 1980s, carrying more than just monetary value. It carries potential. The 1983 D. Roosevelt Dime was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints responsible for producing billions of coins each year. But even within mass production, hidden gems occasionally slip through. These hidden treasures, often unnoticed by the untrained eye, are what drive collectors and coin hunters to dig deeper. Among them, the 1983 D dime has quietly gained attention and respect in the numismatic world. This coin was minted during a period when America was transitioning into a stronger economy after the inflation-heavy 1970s. Metals were already adjusted to clad compositions. No silver, no precious content, just everyday copper-nickel layers. Yet, what makes the 1983 D Roosevelt dime special is not the metal it was made from, but what could happen to its value due to historical context, error possibilities, and rising collector interest. One of the fascinating aspects of this particular dime is the increasing number of collectors turning their eyes to the 1980s coinage. While earlier coins from the mid-20th century are already known to be collectible, modern coins from the 1980s are gaining popularity because they are harder to find in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of them were used daily, tossed into pockets and cash registers, worn down through decades of circulation. Finding a 1983 D Roosevelt dime in high-grade mint condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, is exceptionally rare. And rarity fuels value. Currently, some of these high-grade examples have fetched prices as high as $4,000 to $7,000 in auctions. Yes, a coin that's just 10 cents in face value has already crossed the $100 mark for collectors, and that's only the beginning. Now let's talk future potential. As more people enter the coin collecting hobby, coins like the 1983 D dime, often overlooked, are gaining sudden demand. This creates a supply-demand imbalance. As demand rises and supplies dwindle, especially in top condition, the value can skyrocket. Experts speculate that over the next 10 to 20 years, certain examples of the 1983 D dime, especially if connected to rare die varieties or minting errors, could climb well over $10,000 in the collector's market. The dime's design features the familiar face of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a symbol of strength and leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. But every coin has a story beyond the portrait. What makes this coin more than just change is the possibility of minting errors, off-center strikes, die breaks, missing clad layers. These anomalies, though rare, add a whole new level of value. Some known mint errors in this series have sold for thousands at auctions. Even without an error, if you discover a 1983 D dime in mint state condition with original luster and perfect strike, you might be looking at an investment piece. These coins can be authenticated and slabbed, which not only protects them but also boosts their market value. Collectors pay top dollar for verified pieces, and auction platforms are filled with examples of dime coins from the 1980s gaining momentum. At present, a regular circulated 1983 D dime might fetch just its face value, but the real treasure lies in those that have been preserved, stored, or mistakenly set aside decades ago. A roll of uncirculated 1983 D dimes, if discovered today, could be a miniature goldmine in disguise. This is why so many collectors urge people to check their old change jars, coin folders, and inherited boxes. Hidden wealth may be closer than anyone realizes. There is a growing trend in collecting modern-era coins, especially those with low survival rates in gem condition. The 1983 D dime fits this niche perfectly. As the world continues to digitalize currency and physical coins slowly become less common in everyday transactions, coins like the 1983 D will rise in historical and collectible significance. What's more, young collectors are starting to build full sets of Roosevelt dimes by year and mint mark. For them, finding a sharp 1983 D in pristine condition is a critical goal. As more sets are completed, fewer unclaimed dimes remain, which further drives up the value of each coin in better grades. Imagine this: You discover a shiny 1983D dime in your old stash, have it graded, and it comes back as MS-68 full bands. That small coin, once lost in drawers or stuck between sofa cushions, could be worth thousands in the right auction setting. This is the power of coin knowledge, turning ordinary into extraordinary. We are living in a time when inflation is shifting how people think about money and assets. And while many turn to gold, crypto, or stocks, coin collectors know that real treasure can come in the form of a small, metallic circle minted decades ago. The 1983D dime, once common and overlooked, is becoming part of this new wave of valuable discoveries. So to those watching, don't dismiss the coins you find every day. Take a closer look at your pocket change. Study the dates, check the mint marks, and examine the condition. Because the 1983D dime might be sitting right under your nose, and it could be the beginning of a profitable coin collection or an unexpected payday. Always remember, the most valuable things in life often hide in the smallest places. And with coins like the 1983D Roosevelt dime, the future holds even more promise than the past. Keep your eyes open, your passion burning, and your coin knowledge growing, because your next dime might just change your life. Next up, the 1995 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark, one of the most underestimated coins in circulation today. What seems like just a regular coin might just be the golden ticket hiding in your wallet or coin jar. The 1995 P dime was minted in Philadelphia, as denoted by the P mint mark. While hundreds of millions of these dimes were produced, not every one of them is the same. And that's where our story begins, not with the quantity, but with the quality, the condition, and the collector demand that's slowly turning this dime into a desirable item among savvy numismatists and treasure hunters. Let's go back to the mid-1990s. America was in a state of transition. Technology was booming, the internet was taking over, and the economy was stabilizing. Coin production remained steady, but the mints were more focused on quantity than perfection. This led to a surprising phenomenon. Flaws and variations in the minting process began to appear. Some of these errors went unnoticed at the time, but today, collectors are obsessed with finding those rare mistakes in modern coins. The 1995 P. Roosevelt dime is a coin that has begun to attract serious attention for several reasons. First, it represents a turning point in U.S. coinage, when design consistency, die quality, and strike sharpness were all being challenged by high-speed production demands. That's why dimes in flawless, high-grade condition from this year are so hard to find. Coins with full torch or full bands, where the torch's flame and bands are perfectly struck, are extremely rare and sought after. At auction houses and online marketplaces, collectors have shown increasing interest in the highest-graded examples of this coin. A standard circulated 1995 P dime might pass unnoticed, but one in mint state 67 or above, especially certified by PCGS or NGC, can easily command between $1,500 to $5,000. That's a huge leap from a coin's 10-cent face value, and it proves that value isn't always based on age or metal content. One of the most amazing things about the 1995 P dime is its availability in everyday circulation. Because it's not an ancient coin, many people don't even bother to check the dates or mint marks. That's a big mistake. These coins, especially the rare high-grade examples, are being snapped up by smart collectors who know exactly what to look for. As more people learn about it, the market demand continues to rise. Currently, thousands of collectors across the United States and internationally are building full Roosevelt dime sets by year and mint mark. That means the demand for 1995 P dimes, particularly in pristine condition, is climbing every year. Coin forums, auctions, and collector groups are full of discussions around this coin, with people actively hunting for the best specimens they can find. As of now, estimates suggest that tens of thousands of collectors are specifically looking for this coin. Some are casual hobbyists, while others are investors buying coins like the 1995 P in bulk, hoping to strike gold in the form of a perfect, untouched dime. This type of collector activity only adds more fuel to the fire, raising prices and increasing long-term value. So what exactly makes a 1995 P Roosevelt dime valuable today and even more promising in the future? The answer lies in its scarcity in higher grades. Most of these coins have been heavily circulated, showing scratches, dings, and wear. Finding one with no wear, full luster, and sharp details is like finding a needle in a haystack. And when you do, the market is ready to pay top dollar. Historically, the Roosevelt Dimes series began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The design has remained largely unchanged, which makes the small differences in strike quality or minting errors even more significant to collectors. The 1995 P stands out in this long timeline as a sleeper coin, ignored for years, now quickly rising in reputation. Many experts believe that the 1995 P dime is on the path to becoming a future key date in the Roosevelt Dimes series. This is especially true as fewer uncirculated examples remain. Every day, more of these coins are spent, damaged, or lost. That limited survival rate means prices are only going one direction. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1995 P dime in brilliant uncirculated condition, get it graded. Certification from a respected grading company can instantly elevate its marketability and value. A top-grade, slabbed 1995 P can sell for hundreds and, in rare cases, push close to $1,000 depending on the quality and rarity of the strike. Imagine finding one in your childhood coin collection or a forgotten roll sitting in your parents' attic. That small coin, no bigger than a fingernail, could be worth more than a new smartphone. This is the power of numismatics. It turns the ordinary into something extraordinary. And it rewards those who are willing to look a little closer. This coin proves that you don't need to travel back 100 years to find treasure. The 1995 P Roosevelt dime is a modern marvel, a hidden opportunity waiting to be discovered by those who understand its value. And as awareness grows, so does the competition. The time to act is now, while this coin is still quietly flying under the radar. So to all our viewers, take this as your cue to begin searching. Check your change, go through your jars, look inside your car's cup holder, because one of these dimes could be your lucky break. You don't need a metal detector or a treasure map, just a sharp eye and a bit of knowledge. Next up, the 1996 P Roosevelt dime, a coin that many overlook, but one that could bring major rewards to those who truly understand its growing value in the world of numismatics. The 1996 P dime was minted in Philadelphia and is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dimes series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By the mid-1990s, the dime had already become a standard feature of American currency. But what separates the 1996 P from many other years is not just its production or appearance, but its place in time, and the unexpected rise in collector demand it is now beginning to enjoy. This was the year the United States celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime. While a special 1996 W-proof dime was also minted for collectors, the regular business strike 1996 P dime still holds its own significance. Millions were minted, yes, but very few survived in top-grade condition. And that's exactly where the hidden value begins to take shape. You see, everyday coins like the 1996 P are tossed into pockets, dropped on floors, and run through decades of circulation. This heavy use has made high-grade, uncirculated examples increasingly rare. Collectors looking to complete a full set of Roosevelt dimes know that finding a perfect 1996 P with full torch detail, sharp, crisp strike across the torch's bands, is no easy task. These are the coins that are starting to fetch impressive prices. So how much can it be worth? The answer might surprise you. A regular circulated dime from 1996 might only buy you a piece of candy. But if you come across a 1996 P in pristine mint state condition, especially one graded MS-67 or MS-68 with full torch designation, it can command hundreds of dollars. Some specimens have reached auction prices of over $40,000, and the demand continues to grow. The coin's rising value is fueled by growing awareness. As more collectors begin building modern dime sets, the 1996 P becomes a target, especially because so many of them are worn or damaged. This supply shortage in higher grades is exactly what increases market value. That's why this isn't just a coin, It's a modern-day treasure. So, where can you find one? You might already have one without realizing it. Search your old coin jars, rolls from the bank, or even the change you get back at the grocery store. But for serious collectors, the best place to look is from trusted coin dealers, online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions, or certified coins through platforms such as PCGS and NGC. Always look for authenticated, graded coins if you're buying online. And what about selling? If you think you've found a high-quality 1996 P-dime, you're in luck. Coin shops, auction houses, Facebook collector groups, and online marketplaces are all eager for quality dimes. But before selling, get it graded by a professional service. This step alone can double or triple the value of your coin. A sealed, certified coin gives buyers confidence and ensures you get the best possible price. Should you keep it? Absolutely. Especially if it's in mint state. Think of this coin not just as money, but as an investment. As modern coins become more appreciated by new generations of collectors, values are expected to rise. Holding on to a certified 1996 P-dime now could mean even greater returns in the years to come. Coins like the 1996 P are gaining popularity because they're part of our lifetime. People love collecting what they remember using, and as more people become nostalgic for the 90s, modern coinage from that decade is becoming historically significant. That's why it's important to act now, before the market fully wakes up to its value. This coin teaches us that treasures don't have to be ancient or made of precious metals. Sometimes, a simple dime from 1996 can become a valuable collectible simply because of condition, rarity in grade, and growing demand. All it takes is a little attention and the right timing. Now imagine this. You stumble upon a flawless 1996 P-dime, get it graded, and it comes back as MS-68 full torch. That little coin could now be worth hundreds, possibly more in future markets. What started as pocket change could become a serious asset. That's the magic of numismatics, where knowledge turns copper and nickel into real wealth. The best part is, this opportunity is still available. Unlike coins that are already too expensive to chase, the 1996 P still lies within reach for most collectors. That's why this is the perfect time to search, invest, and secure your piece of numismatic history while it's still under the radar. To all viewers watching right now, take this message as a wake-up call. Don't ignore your change. Don't overlook the small coins that pass through your hands every day. Among them could be a 1996 P-dime waiting to reward your curiosity. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into the world of modern coin value. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more powerful coin stories that can bring real change to your life. Remember, your next great discovery might be smaller than you think, but the impact could be huge.